This is the One Episode Rule podcast about first impressions. I am Magpie, just pushing a noisy fan away from the microphone. Um,
Oh
how are
yeah,
you guys?
creating a epic listening experience in here. Hi, I'm Joey. I watched anime this week. I watched more Night of the Living Cat.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Don't sound so disappointed. It's fine. It's a little repetitive. It did have something that made me laugh really hard, which they were doing like their newscast on the
Mhm.
on the show, like flashing back. It was like, we're doing the Nyandemic now. Um, and they showed pictures of cats on the screen, but they were just real life pictures of cats. I thought that
That
was very funny.
that's funny.
Um, that's really the only noteworthy thing. Like I said, it gets just a little repetitive after a bit, but it's like fine. It's a watchable show. That's all.
I, I've been watching a little anime, but it's the same
Ooh.
stuff as always. City remains peak. Funniest shit I ever seen.
Very nice.
Um, is that it?
Yeah,
Well, that's
points.
for me.
It's your turn.
Okay. It's my turn. Oh my God, yippee! Oh yeah. Please edit that out. My name is Louis. I've been here for 284 episodes. Is that right?
Oh,
That sounds
Um,
approximately where we are.
yeah, I haven't been here for. I don't know what this bit is. Hi, I haven't watched shit. I've been watching Star Trek. I'm a Star Trek guy now, apparently.
Hell yeah.
Um,
well,
Live long and prosper. May the force be with you. All that shit. I just pissed off somebody that's listening to our podcast. I don't know who, but someone's mad. I haven't really watched much anime. Kamen Rider Gabs and its ending time. Next week's the finale. My boy's probably not making it out alive, and I've resigned to that fact. And I'm not really like, I don't want to talk about it, guys. I don't. I always pick the guy that dies. I don't know what it
mm,
is about me.
He's
Like,
already been mourning.
like I was prepared for him to die last week, and he lived, and I was just like, oh.
You're like, hey, maybe he's gonna make it. And
And then
then
the
like,
episode preview is him being like, "It was an
I
honor to
liked
fight
your
with you
world.
all."
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a nice world, wasn't it? And I was like, oh, he's not
and
gonna
then
I'm
make
just
it.
2 days away from retirement.
yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much,
literally.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
might as well have said that.
Um, I will cry if I think about it for too long.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's it for me. I haven't really gotten. I'm not really up to anything else.
Do you guys want some news?
Let's have some news.
The credit card company censorship thing has ballooned even further out of control because now a faction of the Japanese government is holding private meetings with Mastercard about it.
Jesus
Is
fucking
this why
Christ.
sales internationally have been put on hold?
No, that's a even worse like American political thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is what I get for not being like caught up.
Um, but no, this is just an extension of the Mastercard and other payment processors' crusade against what they consider to be not safe for work material, which is
Oh,
basically
yes.
They're
dictated
expanding?
entirely by extremist groups. And now they have a faction of the Japanese government on their ass about it
The
because they want
HIO
to
situation.
be able to sell their fucking products to people lawfully like everywhere else.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Without MasterCard telling them they're not fucking allowed to sell things they're allowed to sell to people.
Uh,
Uh,
I think I talked about this on a previous episode where we talked about this in a previous update, but like I think it's so fascinating that like in Japan you can like print off like a receipt and like go to like your local convenience store and then they scan it and then that's how you get what you get. Like you don't
Yeah, you're
have to.
paying like
yeah,
physical cash money
you
for
can pay,
like digital goods,
you can use
essentially.
cash to pay for online pornography in Japan if
Yeah,
you
like
so
That's
and
desire.
kind of epic.
the cashier can't see what you're ordering, but like he knows what you're getting. Like come
hmm
on.
Um, next item. Berserk current artist reveals that the storyline coming up is going to be the one that was difficult even for Miura, giving me absolutely zero hope that I'll want to read it because it's just not the fucking same anymore. And if Miro was going to fucking struggle with this section, I can't imagine how the new set
so
are going to do it.
Oh man, they'll do
Oh,
their
man.
best, I suppose.
I just kind of wish they wouldn't do it at all.
Yeah, no, I get it, but people want to see the story. I get that too.
And finally, YouTuber Gigux Anime has released a release date. They're going to make how do you say this? Bon? And it's going to be released I didn't read this part beforehand. Soon. September 20th,
Nice.
2025.
Oh, that is very soon.
So,
Very nice.
yeah. What is it about?
Oh, hell if I know.
Isekai based on Southeast Asian mythology,
Ooh.
connected to Japan via a warp gate. But remember, it's an isekai, and it was thought up by a YouTuber.
Oh.
All right.
So,
Listen,
Anyway,
Yeah.
sometimes YouTubers come up with cool things.
sometimes YouTubers are cool.
Like
Mr. Beast? No.
No. Nuh-uh. Nope. Nope. Nope.
PewDiePie.
We gotta move on. Uh-oh.
So,
It's getting scary.
So do you guys want to watch a show?
Yeah, you.
I tried to
do.
pick something in a different tone than previously, and it seems like Louis was thinking in the same way. So I propose that we watch Gachiakuta.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
Gachiakuta.
Gotcha. Pale Dust
Well,
is the opening.
Well, you're about to find out. Now that's Chekhov's pit. You mention a pit early on, somebody gets thrown into it. Perfect narrative structure. If there's a hole, you should be asking, who's going to go in that hole?
Once again, we have come back to hole.
The hole. Positive?
Pause?
The previous hole wasn't good.
Well, we wrote off the previous hole because it was problematic, but this is a less problematic hole.
It turns out that the author of the previous hole is a freak, but this hole might be all right.
Still somehow made it
further.
into ProZD's top anime for some reason.
He doesn't know.
Oh, he can't not know.
The thing is he can not know, and he doesn't know.
Uh-oh.
The poor man, he likes shows. He doesn't investigate them that thoroughly.
This is a hit piece episode, actually.
I'm not doing a hit piece on Proceed.
We're not going there.
Anyway,
we're talking about this hole. So,
Joey, would you like to describe this hole with a blurb?
Yes, I will describe this hole
It's
thoroughly. Ahem. Living in the slums of a wealthy town, Rudo and his foster father, Regto, try to coexist with the rest of the town's residents, but Rudo despises the wastefulness of the upper class. Ignoring the warnings from those around him, Rudo regularly rummages through the town's garbage in search of something useful or valuable to save from the abyss, a massive hole where everything considered trash is dumped, including people. Rudo's biological father was one such person, having been thrown into the abyss after he was accused of murder. One day, after running into a mysterious figure on the way home, Rudo returns to find Regto's dying body on the floor. He is immediately found at the scene by the authorities and is charged with murder. No one believes his claims of innocence, and he is thrown into the abyss. Instead of dying, however, he finds himself in a strange, foul-smelling place surrounded by monsters made out of trash. When Rudo is attacked by said monsters, he is saved by a man named En Jin, who reveals himself to be a cleaner, someone who uses special weapons called vital instruments to combat these creatures. In order to get his revenge on the one who killed Regto, Rudo reluctantly becomes a cleaner to fight his way back up and out of the abyss. Some of this is spoilers.
Yeah,
I was-
some of this is
Yeah, when I
spoilers.
was reading
Also,
that bit, I was just thinking of the Squid song, "The Cleaner." I'm a cleaner, and you
well,
don't even know my name.
Vital Instruments is the name of the synth I use when I make music, so that's funny.
That's
Am
Interesting.
cool.
I a cleaner?
Maybe
So you guys, when you guys called this a trash anime, I was
it's
like,
about
okay,
trash.
I know what a
Yeah.
trash anime is. It turns out I didn't know what a trash
No,
anime
it's
was, and was
literally
like, this
about
is literally
trash.
about trash. Yes, which is
Um,
epic and awesome. And I
so
think that that guy is awesome for doing that.
so we open on this city. This place sucks. Both parts of this place suck. Because I
That's
don't like the
shit.
rich part either. But the vibes in this town are fucking rank. Um, but yeah, we open on a sort of a monologue where the narrator is waxing poetic about the nature of trash. And specifically, like sort of the Japanese conception of if you care for an item for long enough, it'll specifically 100 years, um, it'll develop a spirit of its own. Um,
What were these translated for you? Because I watched the dub and they did not say anything when the little text bubbles popped up on screen.
what? Why would
Well,
why would they do that?
I don't know, but I couldn't understand any of it. So I'm glad
that's
to know that that's what that's about.
that's a deeply scuffed localization.
Really bad. It's really rough.
But
I was just like, wow, there's a bunch of text. I don't know what that says.
the gist of
this
it
sign can't stop me because I can't read.
the gist of it is that yeah, people are very quick to dismiss things as trash, and whenever something is thrown out into the dump, what comes to inhabit it if it's not cared for?
Yeah. That's what we're
Over
gonna
this
find
is a
out.
scene of people in the upper city taking their trash out to the trash chute, and specifically, a little girl is upset that her little bunny rabbit doll has bust a seam at his neck, and his mother just says, "Oh, well, that's a shame. Mending it would just make it look worse, so we'll just buy you a new one." So they go ahead and throw it out. Um, and there's a strange man hanging out by the trash chute too, and who's not dressed like the rest of the people. By the way, everybody in town whack fashion sense. Why do you dress like this?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
sucks.
like I understand that it's like an artistic statement because white clothing becomes dirty very easily. um, but yeah, hey, you ever get yourself isekai? Don't trust anybody in the town where everybody wears nothing but white and gold.
Yes,
You should
this is
leave
true.
immediately.
There's something deeply wrong with them.
Something it's gonna be an Omalaz situation. Um, God, the funny thing is the trash manifesto has me like rolling on like Steinbeck shit, and I'm just resisting the urge to like derail into a conversation about oranges. Uh, um,
Oh man.
but uh, but yeah, and with the last bag of trash, we actually follow it down the chute because they're going down the chutes into trucks, just into stationary trucks. This is a terrible system. This has not been thought out very well, but and we enter into a underground facility that's job is to deal with trash. And you see the trucks like starting up and moving out to move the trash. And this is a strangely guarded facility. These people are really paranoid about what happens to their trash
Someone's
Yeah.
stealing my garbage. Ugh.
because yeah, the trash is like kept in like chambers with like portholes so they can look in. And there are armed guards around who have like a weird like white and gold like Napoleonic Wars outfit going on.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that this appears to be a relatively like modern setting, but but yeah, we encounter our main character through the eyes of a guard because he hears a strange noise in one of the chambers, and he looks through the porthole, and he finds a feral goblin man going through the trash.
Just a little guy.
And he gets really freaked out about it. Like he kicks in the door, and he draws a fucking gun on this kid.
And he's like,
And he's
it's the trash bandit!
it's like, it's the trash raider. Get away from our trash, freak. And the trash raider has the buddy from before, amongst other things. And he's just like, why you gotta befoul our city by stealing our trash? It's just like, you stay right there. And he smashes an alarm. These chambers are alarmed.
Yeah.
This is what kept getting me. It's just like, wow, they're really paranoid about their trash.
It's really funny, actually.
And yeah, we get an attempt by the guards to subdue this guy. And the thing is he's too scrabbly for them. he scrambles all over the place, and
He's
they
a
can't shoot
wily
him.
little guy. They do shoot at him a bunch, and
They
they
do
do
shoot at him a
scratch him
bunch.
up.
And at the very end, they wing him a little bit. But yeah, he scrambles on up the tube that brought the trash to this room, so they can't get at him. And he runs through one of the loading docks, and he almost gets through the door, but it closes, so he has to change directions. He scrambles around a whole bunch. They can't hit him. And he finally manages to slide through another closing door after getting winged, and hide himself inside some sort of maintenance shaft, and climb up to service level. There was also a little scene about some folks talking about the trash raider up above in their pale
They're
white and
beautiful.
gold town.
Yeah, they're pristine, clean city. They're just like, ugh, people touching our garbage, disgusting. Ew.
They're stealing the garbage. That's disgusting. Who would do such a thing? It must have been one of those tribesmen. You can't be calling people tribesmen.
Yeah.
You
And
can't talk that way, white baby.
this is where they cut to like the comparison to the sides of the city.
Yeah, because somebody from the other side is in the park with them reading, and he shuts his book and leaves whenever they say tribesman. And they say, "Ugh, look at him. He's so filthy." And it's interesting because they apparently do have some free travel between both parts of the city. I think they want people to come from the poor part to purchase things in the other.
Yes, I think
They
so
want to
too.
do commerce with them,
Which is crazy.
but they don't want to live near them. We want your business, but not your presence.
We'll get around to it because, like, this whole show is like, like you could call it a commentary on things that are happening in our modern society if you really think about it.
If you really think, it makes you think, doesn't it?
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
Never thought a day in my life.
And yeah, this guy heads back to his side of town, where we see the division, because the division is the pristine white town, and then the wall, and on the other side the immediate continuation of the colorful shanty town, with the corrugated metal roofs. And we drop in on a boy fixing up a storm lantern, and a girl stops to talk to him, and she's just like, "Did you go on another trash raid?" Just like,
I know what you are.
Just like, you can't be doing that. It's like, we're gonna get the apostles down there. The fucking apostles? That's so scary. Why are the police called that?
It's scary in here.
Another thing, if the police in the town you were at are called the apostles, you should leave immediately.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's the pristine white town, and then the shanty town, and then the fucking abyss, because they're situated on the edge of a cliff. This becomes relevant later. But she's talking to him, and he's just like, it lets me pay my expenses, and I'm never in any real danger of being caught. And while he's talking to this girl's name is Chia. Something like
I think
that?
so.
If you say so, I never caught it. I didn't retain it.
It sounds right.
It sounds right to me, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look like she remains important So
I don't. That's one of the reasons why I didn't like bother
but
like memorizing. You know.
but yeah, she's talking to Rudo, our main character, who is a dirtier version of a white-haired anime boy.
White-haired anime boy,
He might even
nasty
have
version.
he might even have a little bit of albinism because he has red eyes. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's a little scruffy. Yeah, they have a conversation, but it's just like, oh, it's actually fine. I can cover my expenses, day-to-day expenses with this stuff. Uh, and while they're talking, some local kids come around and basically just like, oh, it's the fucking trash boy murderer son. They
This is
really
Damn.
where
give
we
him the fucking business.
this is where we learned that they all have beef with him for other reasons too.
They all have beef with him because he's a weird kid who wears fucking huge, fucking welding gloves all the time, and also his
And they're
dad apparently
sick.
went on a fucking uh, murder rampage, um,
Allegedly.
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 Um, and they keep this up. They keep this up long enough to piss him off, and he does manage to scare them away with a glare. But they mention this just like he wears those stinky gloves all the time, and you wouldn't believe what's underneath them. Uh, and he's just like, ugh. And the girl after a bit just goes like, "What a nasty thing to say." Just
She's
like,
like,
what a
forget about them.
forget about them. I believe in you. I don't think you're a murderer. You're not like your dad. Which is
So
actually the first like indication that she's not as cool as she seems because she
yeah,
believed them.
yeah.
Um,
She's like, don't worry, I like you well enough, but you know, parentheses conditional.
yeah,
Yeah.
because you're not like your dad who was a murderer. Um, even though Rudo doesn't seem to be sure that his dad was a murderer. um,
Yeah, but also Rudo's kind of got a little crush on this girl, so
yeah, because and we discovered the signs of that because she finds the little rabbit who he's fixed up in a fixed adorable bandana to. And she's super pumped about it. And then he almost tries to give it to her, but he can't stammer out his sentence about how he thought she would like it before her mother comes by and says, Chia, come on, it's time to go home. And as they're walking away,
Chia.
she's just like, I told you to stay away from that boy. And she's like, but mom. Um, and he's just like, oh, what a pain in the ass. This guy is the people in this are really expressive, especially Rudo. He makes a lot of horrible faces.
he does. Also, the art style is quite cool.
The art
I like
style's pretty cool.
I like the art style. I like their expressiveness. They're charming character designs.
Oh, my ear
It's
itches.
like this like thick kind of line art.
It's a little spiky, but the ends of
Mhm.
the spikes are rounded a lot of the
Yeah,
time.
that's
Um,
cool. I like it.
but yeah, so he makes his way home, and he runs into the guy from earlier in his home. The guy who was reading the book and left the other part of town. He runs into Regto, his adopted father, who immediately just hits him with, "Oh, Chia, I thought you would like this when I found it, so I brought it back." And he's just like, "Argh! Why were you watching me?"
Like, that's don't you're I hate you. I hate you.
And he's just
You're
like,
not my real dad.
and Regto is just like, you're gonna lose, you're gonna lose her if you don't make a move. It's just like you gotta make a move like immediately, my dude. And they have a little talk about that and the fact that he also disapproves of the trash raids. He's just like, we're not that hard up. You don't need to do this out of some sense of obligation.
He's
Uh,
like, you're risking your life for this garbage.
uh, and uh, and Rudo is just like, well, I'm doing it out of respect for you to help us along. And Rico is like touched by this actually. Um,
Hmm.
because it means they've like solidified their bond as a
Yeah.
found family. Uh, And he's just like, what's that wound on your arm? It's just like, let me see it. Let me see it right now, and I'll change the bandages on your hand while we do. They take his gloves off, and his hands are blackened up to the nearly up to the elbow.
So is this like leprosy? What is this?
It has not been explained. Sometimes in a story, things are left for later.
Well, I was just because like he says that it's painful too, and I was
Yeah,
like,
it
well,
hurts him. You know what I think? You know what I think is quite interesting is they explain that he thinks his father left him with these wounds, and his hands have been like this ever since he was a kid, and they sometimes hurt badly, and they made others think much less of him. They were freaked out by it, and over this scene, I don't know if you guys were listening for it, but they are playing the sound of a fucking Geiger counter.
Yeah, I did hear that actually.
Which makes me wonder if he's just lightly radioactive.
Yeah, maybe.
This kid's got anti-advantages.
Huh.
Yeah, every shonen protagonist has a secret thing about them that makes them have the potential to be the most powerful. He's got handicaps. He's got
And
curses.
not to spoil anything, but it's gonna get worse.
It's going to get worse, you see. Because yeah, we follow him basically for the rest of the episode, just sort of dicking around. he he heads out the next day on a renewed resolve to give Chia the bunny, and he thinks about going to her house because she should be home, but I think that would actually have turned out badly for him. But while he's doing that, he ends up in a part of town where he can look out and see the pit from
The
where he
pit.
is, and he's just like, man, that's bad fucking news. The pit is where all of the city's garbage eventually ends up, including human prisoners.
Yeah, it's dire. Really
Because this is
scary.
their preferred form of execution, is they just throw you the fuck off into the trash bin. Um, and wouldn't you know, somebody's getting thrown the fuck off when he looks, and he remarks that it's just like, and he ends up in a conversation with Chia, who sneaks up on him, and she remarks that it's just like that it's fucked up that they supposedly built the slums here on the edge of the pit so that everybody would always see the executions, no matter whether they wanted to or not.
So that they remember
so
their
that they
fucking place.
Just so they remember their place and the fact that they could be thrown over at any time. And she concludes, it's just like, I think you should stop going out for the trash because Regto loves you too, because they were talking about his dad, and he says, too. And he turns to look at her, and she's just like,
Yeah,
and
blush, blush.
they both get very embarrassed by this. And he hides his face behind the plush, which he had hidden behind his back, and he falls over. And she's just like, it's that rabbit from before. And he does manage to give it to her. He says, I'd like you to have this. I think it would be happier with you than where it was. And she's like delighted by it. She says she'll keep it forever.
Yeah, right.
Right.
He can't stand it. He can't stand it anymore. And he runs off in embarrassment, but also excitement, because he wants to tell Regno that he actually did it.
Super hype, and it's very charming and cute. And
Yeah, he goes sprinting through the streets, and he actually runs bodily into somebody coming around a corner, and it's the fucking apostles. It's the guards. And given their kind of fash attitude, I'm surprised they didn't arrest him right there.
I know. They're just like, be gone, filth.
But yeah, they just sort of walk on without talking to him. And he moves on, and like people around there are just like, what are the apostles doing here? And he heads on home, and he goes to open his door, and he's just like, I'm sure Regto will just tell me to go right back to her and say the words for real. And it's just like, well, I'll deal with that. And he goes to open the door, and Regto turns around and says, hey, how you doing, Rudo? And we cut back to Rudo's face, and then back through the door, and it's not him. Because it's the masked man from earlier. Leaning over his body with a blade fully pressed into his chest.
Oh, yeah. He has
stumbled upon a
murder. Yeah.
Murder.
A murder.
Well, it's right now it's just assault.
They typically count that as murder.
Well,
I mean he's not dead yet, is what I'm saying.
Recto is in the act of dying as we speak.
You know what's really funny is that we actually don't get the opportunity to charge people during the commission of a crime very often. but yeah, this guy is killing Regto, and Rudo assaults him. Like he immediately just says, "What the hell have you done?" And the guy just effortlessly disarms him. Just throws his ass to the ground. His nose is bleeding. And yeah, he briefly passes out even. And whenever he comes to, the guy is leaving. The guy has killed Regto for all intents and purposes, and
Regto he is on his dying breath, and he's just like, "You got to get out of here."
well, no, the guy actually looks down at him before he leaves because Rudo is coming to, and he almost says something, but instead he just goes out the door, and yeah, Rudo scrambles over to him to hear what he has to say, and yeah, Recto is just like, "Run! You have to run! You have to run right now!" And then he just dies. And the cops immediately come through the door. Which
is suspicious, right?
Oh yeah, they come through the door taser first, because they just shock the shit out of him, and a bunch of them pile on. And he protests. Is just like, "Hey, what is this? What's going on?" And they're just like, "Shut up, murderer!"
And he's like, "He's not dead. You have to get him help." He's definitely already dead.
They ignore him completely, and just beat him into unconsciousness. And the next scene takes place because they've strung him up at the edge because they're going to throw his ass over. No trial. They're just gonna throw him over.
I was thinking about the ramifications of what this meant for like the legal system, and like you could just accuse someone of anything and they would get thrown into the pit. Like there's no fucking that's terrifying.
Yeah, these are circumstances that you should resist with immediate organized violence.
Yes.
But yeah, they're going to throw him over the side. They've charged him with murder, and he's panicking because he's looking out and he's just like, they didn't even give me a chance. Like nobody even believed me. And he sees Chia out there with the rabbit. And she's the only person that he recognizes, so he calls out to her. He just says, "I didn't do it. The perpetrator is still out there. You have to find him." And there's no way he could have heard this, but she just says, "I believed in you," and she drops it and leaves.
He snaps.
Yeah, he snaps. It's just he's looking out at these people. He doesn't actually yell or anything, but his internal thoughts is just like, "Oh, you people are shit."
Yeah.
You people are just walking, talking piles of shit who can't think or see for yourself. I'm going to kill you all. Oh, because they just cut him loose. This is where it re-grabbed my attention because for some reason it started to lose me in the back half. I think it's because I saw the blurb, so I knew it was going to happen.
Oops.
But it re-caught me here because it did a really cool piece of animation. It did did a inverted colors, like white sketch on black,
like scratchy white line art. It was awesome looking. I loved that.
like anti-spiral shit. While he fell, and he thought surely he was going to die. He's like and he doesn't. He comes to on a pile of garbage bags and he looks out. This is the scene that actually intrigued me because he looks out over a much larger area of garbage than is theoretically possible. And the thing that really gets me about it is that there are fucking power lines sticking out of it. You don't throw away strung power lines.
It's like...
Right.
It's like they buried a civilization beneath them.
Yeah. That's what I was getting too.
It's like they just started dumping trash on a previously inhabited area.
Which for all we know, they might have. Or,
And he remarks that this place really must be hell. And then there's a giant trash kaiju, and I don't know what it means. But it was really metal.
Yeah, it was
really
cool.
It's got like horrible like metal teeth that open up, and I was just
Yeah,
like,
it
oh
opens up its mouth and there's like
yeah,
TVs and car mufflers and
yeah,
shit falling out of it.
baby.
The real Tetsuo the Iron Man kind of shit.
Yes, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it.
um, and yeah, that's basically the end of the episode. What do we think?
Good.
This was awesome. This is one of the best things we've watched in a while to me.
Yeah?
I like this. You don't know, but this was appealing to me not just as a little white-haired meow meow
Mm-hmm.
enjoyer, but this was enjoyable to me as someone who watches dumpster diving content a lot,
Mm.
actually. I'm just like, yeah, sustainability king.
This is starting to, I don't know if I just don't feel good today or I'm tired or whatever, but it
Hmm.
wasn't really grabbing me. But I started thinking about the bit from Always Sunny, and now I'm on the edge of laughing, so I feel better about it because I'm just thinking I'm the trash man. I get in
I'm the
the ring and I
trash
eat
man.
garbage.
No, but I really like whenever they do this type of society that's horrible and like a character that is going to be like revenging against it, and I'm just
Yeah,
like, yes.
yeah, he's not
Yes.
taking it like gracefully like a lot
No.
of other like shonen protagonists would be, where it's just like I can't lower myself to their level. He's just
No.
like, no, I'm gonna kill every one of you motherfuckers. I'm gonna
He has
drag you all to
snapped.
hell.
He has snapped and he's in garbage hell, and I fucking love
which
it. I
which
want to watch more now.
I appreciate a character motivation like that, which is why I will give it an episode 2, because I want to see if it becomes like Doro Hedoro aligned,
Ooh.
because
I
that's a vibe that I'm hoping it will branch off into.
It's not going to be this it's not going to be that silly, I don't think.
Well, no, but but you know how Doro
I know what you
Hedoro is.
mean. Like, I love Hole.
Those people were living in Hole before he even got there.
What if he went down
He
there and
fell into
Kaiman was there?
Hole.
What if Kaiman was there?
It's just like, what do you mean there's wizards? Anyway. So what do you think, Louis?
I liked it. I liked the art style. I liked I mean, I don't want to say the plot was generic at first, but it's kind of like the setting was a little like cookie cutter at first, but now that we're in like this new place, I think it's going to be much more interesting, and
Got
there's
to
going
go
to be
down in
like,
the garbage.
yeah, like we're going to see like what's actually going on and versus what like the
Mm,
powers that be want the society to think is going on, because I think it's one of those situations.
yeah.
It reminds me of like what was the book? The City of Embers, I think, or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
I know what you're talking about.
Where there's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Dash the
There,
status quo.
yeah, there's got to be some sort of ancient crime that the people in the pristine town committed
Mhm.
against everyone else to put them in their
Or
position.
Yeah, I
or
think so.
unfortunately another example is Attack on Titan, but
Mm. But yeah, if you'd like to visit our hole, you can do that at oneepisodecast@gmail.com.
These get worse and worse. It's one word, not the number. If you want to come
well,
look at our collection of trash that we've assembled, you can check out our
You can
Twitter
visit
and our
in
Blue Sky.
you can visit us in the pit. You're gonna start calling Twitter the pit.
Meet us in the pit. Twitter, Blue Sky, one episode cast. Meet us there, and I don't know. We'll do a fight, or like
Is
we'll
it is
show you our trash. I don't
did
come
anybody
look at our trash.
did anybody else have an unofficial like garbage dump near their home?
Yes. No, it wasn't real. No, ours was just an
Oh,
official
yours was
garbage dump.
yours was official. Oh, well, la di da.
They they built a playground on top of it, and they called it Fun
oh,
Junction.
Okay.
They added a
gotta
swimming
go.
hole, and oh boy, I don't
We
know. I never went swimming in that.
I added the bourgeoisie points, and then I immediately wiped them clean off of the board. Yeah, ours was just an abandoned lot where people dumped old televisions. And the local teenagers went there to bust them with baseball bats.
Actually, you know what? There were two of those near me because there was one that was a little further away called Mount Trashmore as well. Oh man.
Fucking stupendous.